I'm Mia Dunlap, and I'm here to turn the camera on myself. I'm ready to talk about the audacity of Mia. You get a peek into my life, and you'll get a chance to learn a little bit about me and how I am curating a life that I love and living my life with audacity.
What does home mean to you?
Home really is the place where I go when I don't have to be anything else or be anyone else. So I am home when I am feeling at ease, at peace, where I'm in my body and I don't have to try, I don't have to put on, I don't have to become, I just am. And there's an ease about being home. The best way I can describe for me what it feels like is taking off your bra at the end of a day. A space in myself where I can do that and feel like that. And even people can be home for me, where I feel like, yeah, I'm taking off my bra, I'm taking down my hair, and I can sort of just be. I should tell you that I grew up during a time in my life where it was a crack epidemic. And so there was so many people impacted by the crack epidemic. Both my parents were impacted by it. And so at that time, home was chaotic. Home was we were just waiting constantly for the next shoe to drop, for the next thing to happen. And so part of me started to think of home then as survival and just a place where you go to lay your head and get through. But now home has shifted for me, and home has become a place where I go to feel safe. I had an apartment before I lived here, and I have a king size bed for reasons that I'm not gonna tell y'all right now, but it's a love story. But I have a king size bed, and the room was a full size room. It was fit for a full size bed. Maybe a queen could get in there. But I had a king size bed in a full/queen size room, and I was contracted. And I know when I'm home, because I don't have to be small, I don't have to contract into a space. I can be king size. I can be big, and there's room for me to be in the space. And so I moved here because I needed more room for my king size self and for my king size life and for the life I want to create. And I knew I needed a home for that. And so I'm home when I can be in my light, when I can be in my glow, when I can be in my fullness without shame, without feeling like I'm taking from somebody else, but I can be all of me. People talk about trauma as, you go through something and something happens to you, particularly if you go through a traumatic event over time. What I have found is that, and what I've learned is that trauma also happens when you're moving from survival to different spaces in your life. When you're growing up and you're no longer in survival, when the trauma is over, your brain reshapes. Things begin to shift again. And so I guess I would say that for me, allowing my brain to shift and go through it was hard. It wasn't easy going from being in survival mode, living in poverty, to deciding, my socioeconomic class is about to shift. And so I had to make a decision to find a new home, to pack my stuff up, the stuff that I wanted to keep from that home, and leave the stuff that wasn't working and wasn't serving me in that space anymore. And so look for places where you can go to sleep with ease, where you can sleep with 2 eyes closed. Look for places in you that when you're searching for your home in yourself, find the ache. Look for the ache. And when you're looking for the ache, healing that ache and being with that ache, spending time with that ache, you'll find that you become home over time, and that when home is no longer sizable for you, you get to move. You get to shift. You get to make a different choice. And so I would say that home is not permanent, that home is ever evolving, and that when we're looking for home, the first place and the first person we start with is ourselves. I often tell myself that my greatest superpower is my intuition. And I think that for all of us, I think that there's something so special about our intuition. And so I would say that your intuition will let you know when it's time to leave home and to create a new one. When I'm clear that my intuition is telling me that it's time to move, even when I'm resistant, even when I'm not ready to move, even when I know that it's a lot of work to pack up, I know that I have to be obedient to my intuition. Some people call that spirit. Some people call that the divine. Whatever it is that's telling you it's time to go, be willing to go. And so when you look for a new home, you're looking for the place where you feel the safest. And as I said, where you can sleep with 2 eyes closed and where you can be king size in whatever room that you're in. My home affirmations are: home is clear, that I feel clarity in my home, I feel clarity in my space. That home is luxury, that home is my safe haven. That home gets to be our safe haven. My other affirmation is that home is always available to me. That home is looking for me just as I'm looking for it. And that I don't always have to be on a quest for something, but that I can be home right where I am. I was traveling a ton before, but I realized that if I slowed down, I don't have to go looking for something. That everything I need and everything I am is enough, and that I am my home, that I get to embrace that. You have just got a sneak peek into my home, the Audacity of Mia, it being a lifestyle, the Audacity lifestyle. I would love to hear more about what is home for you. What do you look for when you're looking for a place or people to be home? What matters to you? What has to be in your home? I'm excited to share with y'all the next episode, so tune in.